So by now we all know that there's a sanctuary where a society of political and wealthy people preside over the mothering of intellect that's administered to the secret agents and the U.S. military high chain command that's top secret. In this video, I'm going to unravel their enigma as fast as possible and what they possibly have rendered throughout the ages undetected. First is the voice of Skull Weapon. That one has been out there in the information highway, floating around. Just log voice of Skull Weapon and read. That's how they pretty much caused so many Iraqi soldiers to defect and surrender in all the conflicts in the Middle East. But how about if I say even before then there were incipient signs of the V2K used in the assassination of Senator Robert Kennedy by Sirhan Sirhan? That also was floating around in the information highway. He claimed that he made complaints, or he claimed that the CIA brainwashed him into doing so. That possibly very well were the first signs to me of V2K, some of the first signs. There are also stories that David Koresh, in his last days with a standoff against the ATF, heard voices of God. And there's another one. But how about if I would to say that the secret society also caused 911 with their technology? Would you believe that one? Let me show you something in the Bible that can kind of give you a coming sign, at least to religious people, whom, by the way, are the majority of this country, Christians, white Christians for that matter. And in the mid 80s, there was a Gideon's Bible that was released. And inside the Gideon's Bible, amazing as it is, you will go to page 911 on the Gideons and read these Bible references, and I'm going to read them to you right now. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of devastation and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of trumpet and alarm against the fortified cities and against the high towers. Remember those two words, high towers. I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord. Their blood shall be poured out like dust, and their flesh like refuse. Look at the page that it's on. Okay, so we know that it's in Zephaniah, but it's on page 911, because this is page 910, and would only mean the next page over, as you can see, would have to be page 911, the book of Zephaniah, which is exactly where I read that whole script, biblical script to you. And here it is right there. Amazing, huh? I couldn't believe it when I first read it, and I've read it many years ago. As a matter of fact, it was not too long after 9/11 took place that I went back to the Bible and looked it up. How can this have happened where that was on that page back that long ago? Because this is another way that I truly believe that the secret society can manipulate people. So everything goes really undetected and clandestine. Because that's how they work their magic. They beguile people. It's basically deception. It's deceiving people. And this could very well be the opening signs of 911 about to happen in the Bible and the Gideons. And here's the Gideon. The Gideons is really a blue Bible. It's not too many really left out there, but I truly believe it had something to say that was unbelievable and on the right page. It was just amazing. And I believe this is another way that this society could have pretty much, how can I say, took people for, they were gullible, religious people, and pretty much possibly used their technology to brainwash Muhammad Atta and all of those terrorists to hijack those planes and fly them into the towers and into the Pentagon to start a war, obviously for a cause and an effect scenario.